Hello there, you beautiful you, and welcome to a Halloween video about Final Fantasy XIV. The Halloween patch just dropped. As you can see, there are decorations everywhere. We're gonna do whatever this guy wants. I hope it's a Scooby-Doo theme investigation. And you're gonna follow me along, me and my boyfriend, through whatever this spooky story is. So sit down, relax, and enjoy. The Fright stuff. Okay, we're gonna get something called a All Saints Charm. Oh, that's the wand thingy, I think. I've seen some people using it already. Okay, the Adventurers Guild investigator is eyeing the festive displays with a healthy dose of suspicion. This quest is available for the whatever. Oh my stars, could it be the self-same adventurer who helped us keep wickedness at bay and transformed All Saints' Wake from a night of screams into a day of revelry? That'll be me. Thank the 12 for bringing you to us. For the fiends of the realm knock at our door once again, and we need a dauntless soul to help us ensure they don't tear it off its hinges. The host of this year's parade of horrors is a woman with a pumpkin for a head. I shudder to consider whether this is some elaborate costume or no. Perhaps it's best not to know. Her strange appearance makes my skin crawl, to say nothing of her underlings. Why, one might think the Continental Circus was come again, hiding their monstrous intentions behind the guise of celebration. We can be grateful that none have yet fallen under their spell, but I fear it is only a matter of time. We must act quickly to unearth their schemes. But I'm afraid my surveillance duties here prevent me from moving freely. That, my friend, is why I need you. Approaching this pumpkin-headed witch under the flag of friendship and offer your services to her ghastly celebration. If you catch even a whiff of a foul deeds, I want you to put a stop to them before any innocents come to harm. I knew I could count on you. Now then you can find our quarry. You can find our quarry just across the way at Miketo's amphitheater, where she is doubtless attempting to draw any and all passerbys into her ungodly procession. Humor her for now, but take care not to fall victim to her honeyed words. Like, why is this guy feels like he would fit perfectly into the Ishgardian, into the Ishgardian religion? Like, he's a little too uptight, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you ask me, I think that this events they make for like Halloween or whatever, it's very much wasted potential. They could easily do like a festive dungeon or something like that, just like repurpose Hauke Manor and like do some event boss that appears in there. I don't know, something fun, something interesting, but they don't. I get it that they probably have a lot on their plate right now preparing for the 7.0 release, but I mean, wasted potential is still wasted potential. It is you. I knew your arrival was inevitable. For any who once indulge in the revelry of All Saints' Wake can now resist a chance to relive their experience. Yeah, it sounds about right. Oh, such eagerness. We were ever in need of willing hands to help with the festivities, preferable with bodies still attached. Of course, I understand you have been asked with bringing to light any inquiries on my part, but you know from experience that I am perfectly harmless. So you are free to conduct your little investigations if it pleases you. I mean, I sincerely doubt they are harmless. Being peaceful and harmless are two different things. Together, I believe we can make this All Saints' Wake into one that will be remembered for moons to come. Yet, before we begin, allow me to illuminate the story of this event and our intentions here. On this most unhallowed night, All Saints revel in their palatial heavens. I never heard that word before. And as their judgmental eyes become laden from drink, the impure are free to feast and frolic without fear of punishment. There's the loudest motorcycle outside my window right now. In ages past, the common folk would rue the coming of this night and cower in their homes. That is, until the adventurers took it upon themselves to rid the streets of evil, thus turning the event into a celebration of your collective bravery. A joyous happening, to be sure, but what of the goblin, the ghost, and the gremlin? Unfortunately, there are many monster sorts who yet consider this a night to spread fear like a plague. And so it struck me, what if All Saints' Wake could be an occasion for celebration among mortal and monster alike? I believe there is a room for light in even the darkest of the hearts. Which brings me to the question of your involvement. I would have you aid a minion of mine named PAPA GRUFF in facilitating All Saints' Wake that will allow yours and mine to join hands in mutual merriment. Perhaps you know PAPA GRUFF. He was once a void sent, so depraved that his kin spoke of him only in hushed whispers, but I have since shackled, or rather, politely reasoned with him to commit devilry no more. To commit delivery. Knowing of his formidable magical prowess, I have set him to work under these guiding words. Frighten enough to tickle, but not scar. Fear need not be an unpleasant experience, and PAPA GRUFF is doing his utmost to strike that delicate balance between felicity and fright, not with much success, as I understand. I would love to proffer him advice myself, but I believe one such as you would know better what appeals to the mortals in the city. Might you give our beleaguered PAPA GRUFF a few words of advice? Yeah, leave it to me. That's what I'm here for. Thank you, truly. You should be putting on a performance near the Leatherworkers Guild at present, assuming he has yet to be chased from Gridina's borders. Please speak with him and give him my encouragement. Oh, what did you discover?
That looks terrible.
Okay, let people load for me again. And let me see if I can see what you see. I can't see anything. Everyone's a ghost. Oh, there we go. That looks terrible.
When a Raskar wears the chocobo costume, their tail clips through and it looks like he's pooping it out.
That chocobo has worms. Oh god. Run. Okay, undaunted Lancer. Is he quite well? I don't think so. PAPA GRUFF. It took literally 6 seconds for the ass-size heal to hit my character. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, it took a long time to come out on my end too.
You are that meddlesome adventure. That's me. Ahem. Rather, I see tidings of my humble performance have reached even your ears, good sir. Please, honor me with your presence as my guest of honor. Without further ado, I shall summon a foul beast before your very eyes. I only hope you've brought a change of small clothes. He's not very amused. A monster. I take it more than a magician cantrip to scare me. Oh, it takes more. Can you imagine him going like full Beetlejuice? Look here, my dear thrill seekers. Here's lies an ordinary pumpkin. Or is it? Take care not to blink, for a moment of distraction may well be your last. Hocus pocus.
Hocus pocus, there's pizza on your focus.
Oh god, it's terrible. Please, get it away. Ah, the terror. Those bloodthirsty eyes, the razor-sharp fangs. Flee if you dare. But this hellhound will chase you to the end of the earth to have its ounce of flesh. And I would know, considering the scars of its wrath upon my backside. Imagine each and every pumpkin adorning this fair city transformed into such a thing. Why, dread would prey upon Gridania to the last ilm if I made it so. A veritable banquet of chaos. Just like womp womp. I completely forgot to turn the background music again, so we're just like in silence staring at each other. Bloody brilliant! You drew us in all to talk of monsters, only to dash our expectations with adorable Papa. I admit some confusion at first, but now I see you're a clown amongst clowns. He's the whole circus. Not a single blood-curdling scream, but a smile is not a complete failure, I suppose. So you suck. That's what my character said. Ah, my pumpkin-headed master asked you to help me. Well, allow me to peel back the curtain, as they say. Considering your previous acquaintance, this hardly bears repeating, but my true form is of a void scent. Yeah, you're one of those little flying baby things. There we go. My, not even a grimace. Well, I suppose... my humor's so broken, dude. My, not even a grimace. Well, I suppose it would be inconvenient if you ran away screaming after a sideways glance at my direction. Now, for the matter of this furry abomination. Frightened enough to tickle, but not scar, is an agreement that binds me to my master. I don't need to be told twice that summoning any of my kind would be in gross violation of that covenant. Whatever. So, remembering the deceptively winsome countenance of this vicious hellhound, I thought it would strike the perfect balance between horrifying and heartwarming. That is, until a child at an early show burst into tears at the pup appearance. Was it like they reminded of their dead dog or something? Now, I've seen a man react with a hearty laugh at the exact same dog, with nary a trace of fear in his voice. The difference is vexing. Tell me, is a puppy something to be feared or cuddled? 100% cuddled. Feared by children and cuddled by adults, but sometimes the opposite. That does not explain anything. Depends what frightens one may scare another, may make another smile. Now that is a proper answer. Do you jest? You mean to say your kind's definition of terror differs from person to person? Yes, they do. We are a very, very weird lot. I admit that does explain the sheer contrast in reactions I've observed so far, and it does place me between a rock and a hellish soul-rendering place. If my task was simply a matter of bringing people to fearful tears, the ground beneath you would already be soaked through. How in the hell's good name does one frighten to tickle? Ah, but you with your delicate sensibilities can teach me to mix dread and delight into a charmingly chilling concoction. Let us begin at once. All right, now let me chain BGM on, because there we go. Let's get right into it, eh? First, we need to find peoples to scare, but not scar. Your kind seems to gravitate towards the pumpkins with placed through the city, which creates the perfect opportunity for mild mischief. One of our displays should be just over the hill, and another is near the Lancers Guild. Your job is to tell me what to transform the pumpkins into once we find suitable test subjects. Let's see how well you tickle. Papa Gruff is now accompanying us, sure. Alright, let's teach him how to tickle real good. Watching him walk with lag is so weird. An All Saints Wake performance, very well, but I face slavering monsters amongst daily. Excuse me? I face slavering monsters among almost daily, so it will take something quite fantastic to make me flinch. Right. What could make him flinch so hard his heart would burst out of his chest? But that's neither here nor there. What type of ghoul would be suitable? Let's see. Give him the ghastliest ghoul you can muster. Something middle of the road scary. A small uncanny thing. A small uncanny thing. Well, I would imagine so, right? Small and uncanny. The seasoned veteran of Dream Artist has seen all the horrors of the 12's Wood. Perhaps something more stimulating is in order. Okay. Give him the biggest one. Because I was going to say, I think uncanny would frighten him more. Better than just a big monster, right? Because that's what he used to face. But, well, anyway, I digress. Let's see it. EGATs! That gave me quite a fright. I only hope I never face such a monstrosity in one of my patrols. Else, my final act might be to soil my britches. Well played. Well played. A truly terrifying thing. Oh my god. These decorations are so scary. You're not here to trick me, are you? Well, that depends. Just keep an eye on your wallet, boy. Just keep a good eye on your wallet. This one is ripe for the picking. Forget I said anything. So, what type of ghoul do you suggest? The most appalling abomination you can conceive of. And don't skimp on the ooze. The hellish hound ate my homework levels of dread. Something spooky. Pardon me. Spooky. How about the hellhound ate my homework levels of dread? You would do that to a trembling child? Yes, I would. I'm that kind of person. If you really think so. Eek! Huh? You know, when you look at it, it's actually kind of cute. The puff of smoke was a little scary, though. I think I'm beginning to understand. It's a fright doesn't kill you kind. It can actually be somewhat pleasant. I believe I'm ready to take the proverbial stab at it. Come. There should be more pumpkins around the Apocalo Falls. It's getting cuter every time I look at it. I wonder if any of the other pumpkins will transform. Well, let's just hope it's the pumpkin that it's right for you. Oh my god, that's probably the scariest thing I've seen today. Uncowled girl. Don't tell me you're supposed to send a chill down my spine. Clowns are for babies. For babies, are they? I'll make this last wish she was back in her mother's womb. That's a very, very weird sentence to say out loud without context. You there, little girl. Look well upon this pumpkin. Ah! I'm a monster! Ah, ah, what an impressive magic. My heart won't stop pounding. Da and Ma will have the fright of their life when I tell them I saw a real, honest to God's monster. I can't wait to tell them. I think twice before I saw the clown again. Thank you for the thrills. Did she say thank you? I scared her near out of her shoes and she thanks me? Can't say I've ever experienced that before. I dare say I've enjoyed it. Yes, now it is time to capitalize upon this newfound tickling skill of mine. Let us visit the display near the Whistling Miller next. You're gonna be a master tickler. How the hell's this naked old guy everywhere? He's teleporting. He's teleporting.
Did you see his name?
Not really. Jack something. I don't know.
Jacques Strap.
Jacques. Good day to you, young lady. Might you join me in celebrating the joyous occasion that is All Saints' Wake? Now that's a devilish smile. Celebrate? That's the last thing on my mind. Please, go bother someone else with that ghoulish makeup. Oh my, aren't you a fright? And not the good kind. Not the good kind either. What happened, lass? Papa Gruff is here to... Oh my god. I hate it so much. You really help? Well, it could certainly do worse than a clown. I've come from the Great Loam Growery, although fled from is probably more appropriate. I was stealing in the fields, like always, when I heard a frightful voice from behind me. I turned around to meet it and came face to face with the foulest monster I've ever seen. When I regained my senses, I was here, my throat hoarse from screaming. No power in the realm can persuade me to return, not while their horror wanders unchecked. A monster. But we haven't visited the Glory yet. What could it have been, do you think? I know, bro, some bullshit. We can just go kick its ass. Maybe one of the transformed pumpkins from earlier? We might have a real demon in our hands. Perhaps. You may very well be right. Those illusions I summoned are not more capable of free movement than a pumpkin's they sprang from. Yes, no doubt there's a void tent running amok. Amok. Here I am, tying myself into knots trying to learn the subtleties of spookery, while some uncouth brute goes rampaging through the Twelves Wood with nary a thought towards artistry. If we forgive such behavior, our efforts to find glee in terror will have been for naught. I agree. He's nothing but a charlatan and an uncultured swine. Tremble in fear no longer, lads. We shall investigate the matter. Truly, you are the first people to believe my claims are more than seasonal mischief. Oh, I knew Father was wrong when he said all clowns are villains. Thank you. Again, those words ring strangely in my ears. However, this is not an entirely unpleasant sensation. I I know this wasn't why you were sent to assist me, but there is no telling how many of my kind we may find. A single void or clown can only achieve so much. So would you lend me your aid in the case the situation gets undesirably bloody? Oh, that's exactly why I have the doctor gown. Just in case it gets bloody. It's made to soak up all the blood. I mean, I'm wearing the surgical mask and gloves just for it. Look at me expressing gratitude. And to one of our kind. One of your kind, no less. Well, no matter. Let us depart to a great loam glory and settle this. Our roguish quarry is closed, doubtless lying in wait somewhere to catch us unawares. Once they show themselves, don't indulge them in anything but a face of stony indifference. Right, so you want me to not get spooked. Well, if any of you have watched any of my other content on my channel, you know that it takes a little effort. It takes quite a little bit of effort to spook me anyways. Boo! I mean, it's a baby in a pot. It's a... Shh! Ah, come on. As I thought, a fellow Void sent. And what, pray tell, are you doing here? A brother of the Void? Then you know I am here, for the night of the devilry. Once we were free to carouse, creep, and caper, guided by the great pumpkin-headed archfiend. For too long we have been denied our demonic rights, and it is I who shall reinstate our grandest event. Yes, the age of the great gourd. The age of the great gourd shall give way to the era of the great pot. Even now, my allies lie in wait to thrill the city, ready to usher in the night of devilry. You must join us, brother. Join us as we rise again. Wow, so much self-control, Papa Gruff. I'm so proud of you. Nay, nay, I say. What? Why? Even if I wanted to, my covenant prevents me from engaging in the wanton villainous you propose. Regardless, I have no desire to join you for some cheap jaunt through the city with only a few startled mortals to show for it. Such indelicate devilry would only result in our swift and total annihilation. Ha! Spoken like a true coward. Don't tell me you're frightened of some sharpened sticks and clumsy clubs. I mean, bro, you're talking shit next to the savior of the fucking universe. Just saying. Just kick Golb's ass. Oh, but I am frightened, as you too would be, had you tasted the full brunt of my master's fury. Perhaps you may yet, if you continue to insist upon this foolish course. I have learned how to blend in with people here and extract terror in such a way that does not tempt retaliation. So, my headcanon is that on his face is not an actual clown nose. He transformed his entire body that way. So, the nose is just like an inflated regular nose, like it's inflamed. And the top hat's also part of his head. If you just pull it out, you're gonna see a brain. That's his blending in. He doesn't know the difference between clothes and skin. Your plan would bring but a single night of debauchery. Learn how to cohabitate. However, in our collective reverie can last forevermore. Traitor! Then my minions and I will devour you and your buttered bun of a friend. Mm-hmm. Who are you calling a bun? that head. The gourd. Naughty children. I'll deserve to join in the festivities. They should be happy as decorations. They should be happy as decorations. To serve as an example for any who would follow in their footsteps. Became a sad pumpkin. My lady, how pleasant is to see you. Then I ask why you grace us with your presence. I caught wind of a void sense disturbance and came here to investigate. When I heard your voices, I knew something was afoot. I must say I'm quite pleased that you see the merit in my approach to All Saints' Wake. Yet something must be done about this beast that have crept into the city. Let us give them the same treatment and continue enjoying this unhallowed season on our own terms. Well, let's hope nobody smashes that pumpkin. Well, I think I spoke too late. With your help, rounding up the reckless kin should prove to be simple matter. Let us make this All Saints' Wake an occasion to remember for those who dwell in the light and shadows alike. If you sight any errant ghouls, perform the spell I demonstrated earlier. In doing so, we shall convince the residents of Gridania that the source of their supposed nightmares was not but a cluster of mundane pumpkins. This wand possessed the transformative power you required. Simply swing it about in a grandiose manner and point it at your target. Once their charms have been cast, I shall collect the pumpkins. I understand they are quite delicious when baked in a pie. Wouldn't that be cannibalism for you, though? I mean, for reals, wouldn't that be cannibalism for you, though? Just when I was getting the hang of being the life of the party instead of the death of it, let's wrap this up quickly. Let's this year's All Saints' Wake be remembered as a disaster? Least this year's. Yeah, man. Reading. It's a challenge. An everyday challenge. I sense something sinister lurking deep in these fields. You do you? As well as a trail heading to the east, perhaps towards the market of the Lancers Guild. Splitting up will be the easiest way to end this quickly. I'll escort the botanist from earlier back here and deal with whatever still haunts the growery. I shall use the opportunity to convince her that what she witnessed before was nothing but an overzealous pumpkin. That should put her at ease, at least. I will leave the rest of Gridania to you. Once the Void Sense have been verily vegetated, meet me at Miketo's amphitheater so we can deliver my master's news of our success. Now, let's the show begin. With a swish and a flick. Wingardium Leviosa. Huh? What? Is that a pumpkin in the whole time? Can't believe I fell for that. But now that I know it was just a trick, I'd like to see it again. With a switch and a flick. Avada Kedavra. What? It was just a pumpkin. I knew the wood whalers wouldn't let such wicked things into the city. I've never seen such a feat of illusion before. If the rest of All Saints' Wake is as entertaining, I'd best to go and find the main event. Man, that guy was ready. The guy is ready to tussle. A pumpkin? Wait, this is all part of the Saints' Wake festivities, isn't it? I must say, I made my heart skip a bit. If this was adorns the streets, I cannot wait to see what the main stage has in store. You have turned all the prowling voidsent into harmless pumpkins. Papa Gruff awaits in the Mikedo's amphitheater to hear tidings of your success. There you are. Took care of the voidsent still haunting the Great Loam Growery. Did your hunt go smoothly? Man, well, yeah, that proved very little threat. Man, it's me who you're talking about, brother. Good, good. Now we can safely say that the only frights in store for the citizens of Gridania are of the delicately entertaining variety. Decidedly, sorry. It took the liberty of gathering the pumpkins you created. Their punishment will not be eternal, but they can stand to remain in the current form for the duration of the festivities. It is the least they can do in repentance. There you are, my fearless clown. Thank you for reassuring me. I had worried I might have to retire from my position at the Great Loam Growery and seek less haunted climates. As the master of the Botanist Guilds, allow me to extend my personal thanks for helping my gifted pupil avoid such a decision. I would have been a grievous loss for us all. Oh, it was no trouble at all. In fact, I should thank you for being such an exemplary audience. A true entertainer brings his all to every stage, be it grand amphitheater or a cozy vegetable patch. I only hope you were half as thrilled as I was. That scary, whatever that was, looked so real. I never could have guessed that it was just a garden variety pumpkin. Truly, I feel privileged to have seen a master of illusion at his craft. As do I. Would that every day were so filled with surprises. As a token of our thanks, we made some pumpkin cookies for our most recent crop. Please enjoy them in good health. I do believe I can use these being taken thing. I do believe I can get used to this being tanked thing. Well, since you've gone through the troubles, I'd best eat them before they've cooled. To my good health. This is delicious! Yeah, and as far as I understand, you can satiate your voidsent needs for ether by eating that stuff too. This flavor, I've never tasted anything like it. The cookie's ether is tinged with something I can't quite pin down. It's bold, but not overpowering. It's called sugar. It's this taste of nah, that's sugar, brother, believe me. Oh, how much of my life have I wasted only supping in terror. when all along a whole world of flavors was left neglected. I am not entirely sure what you mean, but I shall consider words as a compliment nonetheless. These cookies are but a small token of my appreciation. I only wish I could have given more. What's preventing you from baking more right now? You mean you could potentially receive more gifts? If Frightener performing my act will get me more baked delights, I'd better get to work straight away. Why? This is shaping up to be quite a All Saints Wake indeed. And I could not imagine a better day of celebration for all. Our success here is no small part thanks to you, as I believe the PAPA GRUFF now has matters well in hand. I shall return to my manor. Pray visit if you're so inclined. Oh, good, they brought the manor back. Ah, yes, before I forget, do appraise the troublesome investigator of what has transpired here. Maybe he will finally cast his prying eyes elsewhere. What a fantastic yarn. Monster plotting against monsters, all to make us happy? I admit I find your story hard to swallow, but I also see no reason why a fellow guild member would lie. Very well, shall take your tale at face value and consider these to be glad tidings indeed. However, I cannot help but wonder if this was all an elaborate ruse. They knew we were watching them, and that may have compelled them to put on a show of charity. After all, a monster cannot change its skin overnight. I shall continue to keep a close eye on their activities from afar. Thank you for everything you've done, and hope against hope that evil has been laid to rest. It's always like that. When an idea is born in somebody's head, there's no evidence you can put out that will take that idea out. This guy right here is the living proof of it. I mean, then again, it's no wonder from somebody coming straight out of Ishgard. Yes, side-eye me as much as you like, dude. Alright, I wish all of you a great All Saints Wake. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't done the event yet, go do it. This video is more out of archiving sake than anything, because, well, if you are interested in this in any ways, you're probably doing the event right now. I should probably turn my camera back this way. Sorry. I can't keep my hand still. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I'll be seeing you, beautiful you, in the next one. Bye-bye.